When she sings, you feel it. Ladies and gentlemen, Crystal Pedersen.
In the forest, on the river, and across the western plain, as the white man journeyed westward to the land of the Indian, a new nation rose up strong. Our new nation rose up strong. Hardship as its destiny, and its curse to not belong. In the land from which they came, in the land they helped to build, they found themselves the alien, found their vision unfulfilled. And despite their valiant efforts to defend what they believed, when at last the battle ended, they were only left to grieve. We are proud to be Métis, watch a nation rise again, and never more forgotten people, we're the true Canadian. And for the newest generation and the future ones to come, with the past to motivate us, it will help to keep us strong. And despite their valiant efforts to defend what they believed, when at last the battle ended, they were only left to grieve. We are proud to be Métis, watch a nation rise again, and never more forgotten people, we're the true Canadians. And we are proud to be Métis, watch a nation rise again, and never more forgotten people, we're the true Canadians.
Gives me shivers when she hits those notes, and I'm always in my head thinking that's me singing and I sound like that, but I don't. It's nice to pretend. Thank you, Crystal, such a talent. And now, ladies and gentlemen, just before Shirley takes the mic, I think we should acknowledge Shirley. Yesterday, she was a recipient of the Saskatchewan Order of Merit, Saskatchewan's highest civilian honor. Absolutely. And a more fitting person I couldn't imagine. I'm just surprised it took this long for her to be acknowledged in that way. So, ladies and gentlemen, Shirley, it's all yours.
Good evening, everyone. He threw me off my game there. I didn't expect that. So, welcome, everyone. Tonight's night is about recognizing outstanding people in the Métis community. And how this works is that people write in nominations, and then people are chosen from the different categories. And then this is the evening where we celebrate our communities. So we're really pleased that you're all here and that you have your families with you, because that's how we want to celebrate when we receive something. And on that Order of Merit I received, that's just not me personally. That's my family who, thank you, I see some of the boys are here, for coming with me. My husband and my children, all the staff at CUMFI, and all of the community organizations that we work with. And it's a combination of all those people who, our board of directors, I see them sitting here, and we have some that couldn't make it, but that's how a person receives that award. It's not an individual award, it's an organization and a community award. So I thank all of those people. It's a hard time to celebrate because of what happened on James Smith First Nation and Weldon. And today, you know, Queen Elizabeth passing away. It's, we thought about it, but I was told by the elder last night at the event I was at that We still need to move forward. We still need to celebrate our people, so to feel good about doing it. So I'm really happy that we're able to come together tonight, and I honor President McCallum. Thank you so much for coming. His wife, Verna, has gone to the north. Chief Troy Cooper. And I know I just Ralston, and I can't remember the exact title. And from Community Foundation, Dawn and Carm, I appreciate you coming. Mayor Charlie Clark couldn't make it tonight. And I heard through the grapevine that it's because he's at home practicing for the neck bone eating competition. He's not going to let Chief Cooper beat him out again this year. So we'll see what he's like on Saturday, see if he's primed up. And President McCallum can't make it, so he's put in a ringer. Brendan Morasti to come and take his and Verna's place. So, yeah, Brendan, you might not have a job if you don't win. So thank you, and I'll turn it back over to John.
Thank you, Shirley. And next up, very fitting, a gentleman who's done a lot of work for the Métis Nation in his career, and more so in the last 5 years as our president. So President Glenn McCallum, if you please come forward, bring some greetings on behalf of the MNS. Help me welcome the president.
Thanks. Thank you for inviting me here, Shirley, tonight. I got to the opening prayer. Senator, thank you. Good prayer. And for us to remember in regards to what has happened in the past couple of weeks, it's only fitting that we remember the people that were hurt. A lot of families are hurting today. But again, like Shirley said, life continues. Not that we forget about them or disrespect them, but just moving forward. You know, tapito, kama apia, datwa pahtinuta, Saskatchewan kawigia, mochi gwe tuan gistutatuya, Shirley aspin gayasi go chimachi tat, tan stonawat, tawi hatesta isinwag, kawichi hiwichik, uchina sohoga pigichik. Mue was me kagiwanigiskis no. Hapuisto the province. Award kami go yesterday go tandayan. Mionagwan. Mionago chigiumi na Shirley the many years utagayat. Tap mate sino go se tuskit. Igwastin stawi mat. Igwasti miatki go kawi. Tan stonago chiguisto. In our communities. You know, we talk about the importance of identity, culture, values, and language. I always start by speaking my language because we are different, we're distinct. And being distinct is based on who we are as Métis people. It's been a long time coming that even the province recognizes a person like Shirley that does community development, to be able to involve the Métis people and anybody that wants to get involved, not only Métis, First Nations, non-Indigenous people. And to be able to recognize those people for the efforts that they've done, that they've given to better the communities. You know, I've always said that in order for us to be okay, we need to work together. Métis, First Nations, Inuit, and non-Indigenous people. Only then can we have a good community and a good Saskatchewan and a better Canada. It's efforts like these that we recognize the people that are going to be honored tonight and what you've done in the area that you work. So for me, it's great to see. I was just in Duck Lake just today. I was in Regina the other day. We travel a lot, my wife and I miss her already. She's gone home to be with her family. I spoke to her before I came here and says hello to everyone. But we haven't been home even through COVID, that much. We need to be home. She needs to be home with her father, and she's there now, probably enjoying the weather and being outdoors, going out camping with her family, and that's great. But in the meantime, the world continues. We continue to move forward, and the great steps that we've taken as a Métis Nation to be recognized by the federal government under Section 35, and to be able to work with the province. And I've always said this, that the Métis people of this province never ask for handouts. And it goes to show even with CUMFI in regards to what they've done. Work, brought people together, the city of Saskatoon, the city police, the provincial government, the federal governments. You can see for yourselves in regards to when people work together, they can accomplish lots. But it's effort like Shirley, what she's done, to be able to open that door and be able to communicate with people, to be able to sit together like this and enjoy and celebrate the good things that we do in our communities. It will continue. The Métis Nation was always behind community events like South Bay in Isle Cross, where the elders gathering in my hometown of Pine House, Palm Bear in La Loche, Eastern Region 2, Papel Valley. People are starting to celebrate Batoche. 1,200 people, 12,000, 20,000 people came through Batoche this year and celebrated with us our history. That is so important. And to be able to continue the good spirit of the Métis in this province, in our cities and our communities. We continue to recognize and will recognize the people that made great steps. The chief of police, to be here, to enjoy, to be a part of the spirit that we have as Métis, and to continue building and recognize what we've done and the people that have actually are on the ground, continuing to work hard to be able to make good, better communities. So on behalf of the Métis Nation of Saskatchewan and our people, thank you for having me here. And we will enjoy this evening the people that are going to be honored tonight. Thank you very much.
Look behind you. Thank you, President McCallum. Always well-spoken gentleman. Now, next up, this is amazing. The two-time champion of the neck bone eating contest, not the defending champion. He comes second last year. There was multiple protests. Everybody knew I won, but it was fixed. I'm actually a fine physical specimen of neck bone eating. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Saskatoon Police Chief Troy Cooper.
Thank you, John. I know you said that Charlie is at home practicing. I don't think he could get any skinnier than he is right now, but he's working on it. He's probably been on fast for the last couple of weeks, hoping to repeat last year. It's such a fun weekend, and that neck bone eating thing, it's getting quite serious. Eugene Archon last year brought his own neck bones in his pocket to pile them on, to cheat, to try and defeat us, and it didn't work. It didn't work at all. I really am so pleased to be here tonight to bring greetings on behalf of the Saskatoon Police Service, and I want to start, I think, as others have, by acknowledging that this is a difficult time for a lot of community members and our own family members for what's been happening at James Smith and Weldon. I also want to acknowledge the impact that this has on, not just on family members, but on all the frontline staff that have been exposed to trauma and violence, and it makes us wonder about celebrating. And Shirley mentioned that last night we were at another celebration, and actually the Lieutenant Governor mentioned that you can't let the cloud of violence speak about what our province is and what our communities are, and it's important that we continue to celebrate, and important we continue to get together and point to successes and be with each other, and this is important, and I'm really glad that this is going on tonight. So thank you very much, Shirley. I just wanted to mention to Crystal when she was singing, what a wonderful artist she is, not just in her song, but also in all of the work she does with drama. And she's a member of a Indigenous Women's Advisory Circle that we have at the Police Service, as Shirley is. Shirley for her loud community voice, her powerful presence in the community, and Crystal because of her acknowledged talents in the arts community. And sometimes it's nice if we can reach other areas to try and find avenues for reconciliation and other ways to communicate with the city. And arts is one that we've looked at. And so you'll see there's a couple of plays, where there's sort of involvement with the police service there, and that's because we did that purposely. I think that the more ways we can look to find those things, the better. I just want to mention that I didn't know Shirley was such a party girl, and yet for 2 nights in a row I've been at a party with her. So the accomplishments that last night, by the way, I know tonight will be a much better meal. Last night was amazing. The company was incredible. Tonight will be a better meal, I can guarantee you that. But it was amazing, and it was amazing because we got to celebrate Shirley, and she's very humble, and she talked about how this was accomplishments on behalf of CUMFI and her family, and it's not, Shirley. It's those people deserve recognition. CUMFI absolutely deserves recognition, but the award last night was for Shirley Eisbester, and it was described as people receive that who have gone further than most of us can. And I think that absolutely describes you. I was, every year this happens to me when I walk through this, it's a museum, and I get nostalgic for my youth. I grew up in Big River, Saskatchewan, just between the park and the town of Big River. So back in I say we grew up in the bush, and embarrass my kids every time I say that, but where I lived, there was no phone service. The phone lines hadn't come that far or in that direction in any event. And so we didn't have a phone. We didn't have running water. Like, we had running water, but not like an active toilet in the house. We had an outhouse. My grandparents lived in a 2-bedroom home not far from us, and my great-grandmother lived with them. My great-grandmother, we called her Mac. She was Margaret Ross was her real name, but Mac, I don't know why that nickname was there, but Grandma Mac is who she was to me, and she lived with Grandma Kennedy and in this 2-bedroom house, and they had no running water, where they had a well. We had to go get water for them. And I remember Grandma Mac so well because you had to take her to the washroom. So this, my great-grandmother, I'm a little kid, and I could drag this older lady out into the outhouse and stuff, and it was quite a, you're going to remember that as a child. Anyway, I mention that because this seems like ancient history, and for a lot of our families who are from small communities, particularly northern communities, it's not ancient history. It's within our lifetime, and I think what's important to me to remember, though, is that my Grandma Mac living with Grandma Kennedy and their 6 kids and their spouses, and all of my cousins would get together in that 2-bedroom house and for Christmas, and it was standing room only, and that was my family. And I never ever once felt alone in the world. I had this huge family and crowded together as we were, with no running water, and didn't care about only those things. I cared about family. And I think to celebrate the family, Shirley, and as part of the Métis community, or as part of any community, I think is really critical, because for people like me, it makes me feel confident. I have supports. And for our young people, it makes them feel proud. They know who they are. They know where they came from. And I think that's really, really critical for a healthy community. So thank you very much for focusing on family, for continuing to have these sorts of events to make the community much safer and healthier. So thank you very much, Shirley.
Look behind you there, Chief. He's got a little bag for you. Chief got a real small bag because he's won 2 neckbone competitions already. You don't need no more stuff, that guy. Thanks, Chief Cooper. I'm looking forward to bumping elbows with you on Saturday as I knock you off the pedestal. All right, next up. Now a representative from our fire department on behalf of Chief Morgan Hackle. They sent Deputy Chief Rawlson. Where is my Deputy Chief? Come on up. Our Saskatoon Fire Department does a lot of work in the grassroots, working with housing and et cetera. Actually, my neighbor right now is just had his house condemned because he's a hoarder. And the fire department has been awesome with this. They've been communicating with us about the situation, and they're helping us and this person who's dealing with mental health issues in a good way. So thank you very much for all the work that the fire department does for our community. And the stage is yours.
Thanks, John. Thank you, good evening, and my name is Mike Ralston, Deputy Chief, Saskatoon Fire, and it's my honor to bring greetings from Saskatoon Fire to everyone. It's certainly an honor to join you all here today in celebration of the Métis Cultural Days. Saskatoon Fire Department has always enjoyed attending this event each year, and for me personally, it's really exciting for me because I was asked to attend for the first time this year. In fact, I just received that invitation this afternoon, kind of filling in for somebody that couldn't make it. So when I got the invitation, I was really excited, kind of open it up to get the details, where, when, the usual who, what, when, where, why kind of thing. And I read the theme was to celebrate Year of Family. And I hope this is okay to say it, but I was really impacted by that. In these times, and especially with the most recent tragic events, recognizing the importance of family and the strength that we all gather from that can't be stated more right now. So that really impacted me. And I started thinking about family and the strength that it provides and how that strength goes beyond the family and into the rest of the community. And at Saskatoon Fire Department, we often have the privilege and the honor to work with many community organizations, great organizations, but many times we have the privilege and honor to work alongside of Shirley Eisbister and CUMFI and witness firsthand the tireless, selfless, dedicated work that they do. And really, it's kind of an epiphany, I guess, that made me realize again tonight, they treat everybody like family. And it's amazing. The results that they achieve are amazing. So, I'd just like to congratulate everybody today on this celebration, and recognizing the strength of the Year of Family and the strength that provides. And we're excited to take part in this year's events. And this year we're sending a ringer, Battalion Chief Tony Johnston. He'll be participating in the neck bone eating competition on behalf of SFD. And he gave me a message this afternoon, Chief, you're going down. Yeah. So a huge thank you to CUMFI and the many organizers. And I'd really like to congratulate both Shirley and then all the nominees and recipients of awards this evening, and wish you all the best in your celebrations, and stay safe and be strong. Thank you.
Turn around. Shirley's got a little gift for you. All right, the fire guys are throwing shade too. That's good. It's looking to be a heavy Saturday with lots of trouble going on there. Next up, a strong supporter of CUMFI and CUMFI Days is an old friend of mine, Carm Michelenko, and she's the CEO of the Saskatoon Community Foundation. I've known Carm for over 2 decades from her work at Affinity Credit Union in the community, and then now as her role as the CEO of the Saskatoon Community Foundation. Real community champion, always out there working, bending arms to get people to give money to properly invest in a community thing. So please welcome Carm Michelenko. Oh, yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Very much. Oh my goodness. Good evening, everyone. To all the honored guests and families that are here tonight, it really is my honor to be here with you. Thank you, Shirley, for the invitation. Where are you hiding? Thank you so much for this invitation. I also want to take a moment here to acknowledge Shirley's contribution to the community. I know she is a humble person, as has been said. I often think of a quote: if you want to go fast, you go alone. But if you want to go far, you go together. And that's what Shirley has done. She brings people along. She goes together. So congratulations, Shirley. We know her as a strong leader with a strong voice, an advocate, and she's a friend to many. You're truly an amazing person. So congratulations on your Saskatchewan Order of Merit, Shirley. Yeah. Thank you, Senator Cummings, for starting us off in a good way. Thank you very much. And Crystal, your voice is absolutely amazing, and that song does give me chills every time I hear it. Since 2016, the Saskatoon Community Foundation has been on a journey of reconciliation, walking together, going together, sharing stories of many that are in our community, in the community that we call home, Saskatoon. And our vision is also to have a vibrant community where everyone feels they belong here on Treaty 6 territory, traditional homeland of the Métis. For that sense of community and of belonging, we must truly understand the dark past. Reconciliation does mean acknowledging the truths of this past, and it also means creating a vision to move forward in a good way for a better future for all. But we are defined by our actions. At Saskatoon Community Foundation, we've supported Métis Day, and that comes from our Community Fund for Reconciliation. Shirley was a big part in shaping what that fund was all about. Since 2017, we've been able to grant out over $500,000 to projects in the community that bring Indigenous and non-Indigenous people together. In fact, on September 24th this year, we'll be hosting the fourth of the series in the gala that supports reconciliation. We had started in honoring the elements. There was water, fire, earth, and now wind. We're walking with the wind. We're continuing to sow the seeds of change, and we feel that change happening. In fact, John is one of our MCs for that event. And John has also supported our organization by being part of the grants committee. It does take a community to make a difference. We've also supported other projects through this fund. On September 30th, the Walk Your Roots is coming back in person. Hopefully there won't be any storms or anything else. And we look forward to celebrating that day on the National Day of Truth and Reconciliation. And of course, Shirley was a big part of that event from the beginning. We know that there's much that still needs to be done, and our hearts are heavy from the very tragic events of this past week. We are sharing in the deep sorrow and suffering of all those affected. We are, though, strengthened by our resolve to continue this journey. Saskatoon Community Foundation walks with you. So once again, it is an honor and it is wonderful that you're continuing to celebrate all that you are as a community. It's an honor to be here and to provide some brief remarks and to join all of you in this celebration. And I'm rooting for Tony Johnston from the fire department because he's my brother-in-law. So in the neck bone contest. So we wish you all the best and enjoy a celebration for Métis Day 2022. Hi, hi.
Yeah, thanks, Carm. I'm a little concerned about hosting that banquet now because I hear the theme is wind, and with my hair, the wind, it just. Sorry, go ahead.
Tony Johnson's young. He's not going to beat you out, Chief.
Don't fluff up the chief anymore, and he needs, like, goodness sakes, Shirley, goodness sakes. So, folks, we're going to eat. So, yeah, you're welcome. Let's get at her. And while we're eating, we're going to be entertained by the wonderful stylings of J.J. LaValle. So that's going to be almost just as good as the food. Crystal already sang? Oh. No, I don't see it there. She can sing after supper.
It's going to be after supper, but you can do it before supper if you want.
Oh, one more song? Okay, while they're bringing supper out and before JJ starts, I believe Crystal was supposed to do one more number, or you want to do it after supper, Crystal? After supper. Okay, yeah, let's proceed with the grubs, folks. And JJ will be up here, CMUC. All right, enjoy your meal. Back, we're going to get into our honorings and a bit of a show here today. But before we do, perhaps we should have a round of applause for all the Western Development Museum staff and caterers that have been cooking for us here. Awesome. And our friends here at Prairieland Park have been awesome partners throughout this whole CUMFI days over the last several years. And it's great to see that community working together and partnering up for events like this. So before we begin with the awards, we're going to have our good friend Crystal Pedersen come out here again, and she is going to sing Shirley Eisbister's favorite song, and once you hear it, I'm sure you will understand why. So please help me welcome Crystal Pedersen once again. Want me to back you up? Sure. Jokes. Can't say.
You see the background vocals? Yeah. So this is Red River Valley. If you catch on, I sing the chorus a few times. Feel free to sing along with me. Nice. In this valley, they say you are going. I will miss your bright eyes and sweet smile, for they say you are taking the sunshine that has brightened our pathways a while. Come and sit by my side if you love me. Do not hasten to bid me adieu. Just remember the Red River Valley and the half-breed who loved you so true. Do you think of the valley you are leaving? Oh, how lonely and dreary it will be. And do you think of the kind hearts you're breaking and the pain you are causing me to bear? Come and sit by my side if you love me. Do not hasten to bid me adieu. Just remember the Red River Valley and the half-breed who loved you so true. I've been thinking a long time, my darling, of the sweet words you never will say. Now at last all my fond hopes have vanished, for they say you are going away. Come and sit by my side if you love me. Do not hasten to bid me adieu. Just remember the Red River Valley and the half-breed who loved you so true. They will bury me where we have wandered, near the hills where the tiger lilies grow. When you're gone from the Red River Valley, for I can't live without you, I know. Come and sit by my side if you love me. Do not hasten to bid me adieu. Just remember the Red River Valley and the half-breed who loved you so true. So remember the Red River Valley. Remember the breeze in your hair and how we sat on the banks in the moonlight, and how it seemed we would always be there. Come and sit by my side if you love me. Do not hasten to bid me adieu. Just remember the Red River Valley and the half-breed who loved you so true. So remember the Red River Valley and the half-breed who loved you so true. Thank you so much.
It's just awesome. You're awesome. What an angel. Oh, my Lord. I wish I could sing like that, but like a guy. And that'd be awesome. So I think we're going to get into honoring our special guests here tonight. We got Claire, we got Shirley. So I'm going to hand it over to Shirley now. Oh, I'm going to hand it over to Claire now. And, and we're going to begin recognizing some very important people.
So thank you all for being here today. Each year, CUMFI likes to celebrate our Métis community and all of its members that lend to everything that we learn as people. And so we send out invitations for you all to nominate someone very deserving in our Métis community. It's really hard to pick winners, but just please keep nominating each year, and we keep having this night. So I'll just kick it off here with our first one. Our first nominee is not able to make it. Actually, he's playing right now tonight with the Brandon Wheat Kings. He wins the award for athletics, Josiah Bennett. Josiah is an 18-year-old Métis from Treaty 1 territory, the heart of the homeland of the Métis Nation. Josiah currently lives in Treaty 2, where he plays in the Western Hockey League with Brandon Wheat Kings, and was just recently traded to the Prince Albert Raiders. Josiah has played hockey nearly 15 years of his life. Josiah was drafted and signed to the Wheat Kings in 2019. Josiah exemplifies what it means to be a student, athlete, and community member by reclaiming his Métis culture and continuously and tirelessly giving back in whichever way he could. He has organized food hampers for his community and is an avid volunteer on his time off. Congratulations, Josiah. Our next nominee and recipient of the Education and Research and Technology Award, Corey McDougall. If you can come up to the... Corey has been a leader within Métis education, employment, and entrepreneurship for decades. Corey has dedicated his life to the betterment of Métis people and communities through his extensive career at Gabriel Dumont Institute and his countless volunteer efforts. Example, Saskatoon Food Bank, National Aboriginal Capital Corporation Association. Corey is unwavering in his belief in our people and our ability to thrive. As GDI's finance director, Corey is often working behind the scenes, ensuring GDI's success, and as a result, isn't often celebrated for his contributions. Congratulations, Corey. This next award is a very, very, very special award. It's a bravery award, and we want to welcome Jenny Tate to the stage. WR2A would like to honor Métis Nation Sask citizen Jenny Tate for her selfless professionalism and bravery during the West Wind Flight 280 crash of 2017 near Fond du Lake. Jenny was a flight attendant on Flight 280. Jenny felt the aircraft shake and shortly after crashed, ripping Jenny from her seat and sent flying into the gallery. Jenny could hear the passengers screaming and noticed they were injured but could not access the emergency exits. Jenny saw the cargo door and asked others to help her open it. Jenny used her own body as a cushion so passengers could jump down and not hurt themselves further and climb to safety. Jenny then remained in the aircraft that was rapidly leaking fuel to help free those still trapped. Once the RCMP and Rangers arrived, Jenny still did not want to leave that aircraft, as there was still injured passengers on board. Even though Jenny herself was badly injured, we ask all you to join us in recognizing a true Métis hero, Jenny Tate, for her incredible bravery and actions on December 13th, 2017, Flight 280. Congratulations, Jenny.
You know, I heard about the incident that happened, and I actually was at one of the communities, and they were talking about the incident, and I didn't realize it was our own. So congratulations, you did a great job, and you deserve this award. Thank you.
Sorry for my shaky voice. I knew that was going to be hard to talk about. So next award is for preservation of Michif language, Samson Lamontagne. Samson started learning Michif while at Suntep, and this encouraged him to seek out fluent, I need to have him as my teacher, I think. Seek out fluent speakers to develop his Michif fluency. Those teachings inspired him to create over 100 Michif Monday PowerPoints and sparked an interest for a core Michif program at St. Michael's School. Samson taught Michif throughout greater Catholic schools during his time as Métis Ed program leader. He has been able to reach Michif learners from across our Métis homeland via Zoom, and he shares his teachings on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Every student that Samson teaches breathes life back into the language. Congratulations, Samson. Our next award is Culture, and we would like to give this one to Sharon Cousins. Sharon Cousins, along with a fellow colleague, started in 1989 or 90 Heritage Club in Westmount School. In the 30 years she worked in community schools, Sharon was instrumental in teaching Métis and Indigenous art and culture classes to young students who needed to know and be proud of their identity. From Heritage Club, Explorers Clubs, and brush and book art groups, to finishing her 30-year stint with Tales in a Teepee art group, who painted a mural in Kathleen Robbins School to leave a legacy for the past students and future students to be proud of their heritage. Congratulations, Sharon. Next up is our Leadership and Professions Award. We would like to congratulate Candace Evans-Waite. Candace is a proud Métis entrepreneur from Buffalo Narrows, now living in Saskatoon. She is 38, married, and raises 4 children, ages 8 to 17. Candace started the local adventure company in 2020, renting kayaks to persons, families, and organizations. After 3 successful years in business, Candace is now expanding to include e-bikes. Recently, Candace helped her daughter to start her own scrunchies business. Candace devotes her attention to mentoring youth, offering opportunities to excel, doing her best to lead by setting a good example for others in her personal and public life. Congratulations, Candace. Our next award was made because of our theme this year is Year of Family, and that is the Family Unit Award. And we'd like to call upon Barry Falcon. Barry Falcon is a proud Métis man who resides in Biggar, Saskatchewan. Barry has been the Biggar local president for several years and works hard to engage the Métis people in his area. Barry is also a strong family man who is now caring for his 2 grandchildren. Barry is very dedicated to his grandchildren who are busy toddlers and does all he can to ensure they are raised in a healthy, loving family. Barry's strong Métis values for children and family are evident when you see the sacrifices he has made to make sure his grandchildren know they are loved and will have a routine and stable home. Congratulations, Barry. And last but not least, we have our performing arts. Lenny James Leonard Dumont. And this nomination comes from, also provides for our theme because it was nominated by one of his children. So it goes to show that your children are watching you and you do make them proud. So whatever you do, make sure you're teaching your children. I would like to nominate my father, Lenny Dumont. For many years or decades, Dad has lent his musical talent to many Métis cultural events throughout Saskatchewan. He plays fiddle and can often be seen at various events providing fiddle music as entertainment to accompany culture, dancers, and many years ago taught fiddle to youth in elementary school through a Métis youth program. Dad could be seen yearly at the Indian and Métis Pavilion at Folkfest in Saskatoon with his longtime friend Mel Van Dale, who accompanied him on guitar. Dad is now 86 and very deserving of this award. Congratulations, Lenny.
when CUMFI has events and we want the core area to know that there's hot dogs or hamburger barbecues and everything, Lenny comes out and he starts about 7:30 in the morning playing the fiddle, and then people just start crowding in. And so on September 30th, Lenny will be playing when we celebrate Orange Shirt Day, and we honor the survivors, and Len comes out for everything. I told the photographers to make Ev and I look young. They'll be working for weeks to do that. So we have one more presentation that this person doesn't know about. So I'd like Claire Latondra to come back up here, please. Claire is a proud Métis woman and a silent entrepreneur in the Saskatoon community. From web programming, graphic design, event planning, Claire has always been there for anyone who asks her to jump on board with them. She always does a bang-up job for everyone she works with. She is true to her business name. She has created Bang Up Productions. Claire likes to stay behind the camera and never puts herself first. That's why today we are so honored and proud to bring her up on stage for her to receive this award. Claire, bang up job again, and we look forward to a great week of Métis celebrations. Claire works in our community a lot, not just with Métis Days, which she puts her heart and soul into, but she works on reconciliation, Orange Shirt Day, pretty well any missing and murdered Indigenous woman. Any community that needs some help, everyone says, let's call Claire, because for one thing, she never charges us enough, but I'm just saying that. Don't charge us anymore. And everybody talks about that, her commitment. And I've been at tables where people have said, no, we need to give Claire more than that, because she really is outstanding and comes out and takes pictures, does everything. So Claire, we knew we couldn't tell you because we knew you would have taken your name off the list. So. And so we honor you on behalf of CUMFI and the community. Thank you. So now you're going to be treated to our jigging troupe, and I just want to say thank you so much, and thank you to everyone who came out and honored your family member and friends, and I really appreciate that. I know how important that is, and you know, our family, we've lost quite a few of our siblings already, so we know how it is to be close and stay close to each other. And I want to thank all of the dignitaries for always coming out and supporting CUMFI, but also supporting the Métis community. So thank you. Don't forget, Saturday or tomorrow night at 5 o'clock, jigging competition plus family dance. Saturday we kick off early and we're on the go all day. And then Sunday morning is a free pancake breakfast for everyone. And then we start with the music. So spread the word and come on out and enjoy yourself. Thank you.
Excellent. Right on. Thank you, Shirley. So if we could get our fantastic dancers ready here, and JJ, I believe you're going to be accompanying them for the show. That'd be awesome. Get you guys up here. So nice to see everybody honored. And Jenny, wow, you stepped above, and that's awesome. It gave me chills hearing your story, and I hope you've recovered and everything is going well for you, and thank you for what you've done for the community. That's great. And see a bunch of totally worthy candidates and TikTok superstars and community members get acknowledged for what they do, right? We're just out there humping along, doing our jobs, and sometimes the community lifts you up as thank you. So good job. Much earned for all those people. And JJ is going to come up here and play for our dancers. I had the great fortune introducing these dancers out at Back to Batoche this year, the 50th anniversary. And I know President McCallum was saying that close to 20,000 people come through the gates this weekend or that weekend. And I can attest to that. That place was full, and it was full of love, and it was full of jigging and fiddles, and a bison buried in the ground that they cooked, that everybody is still talking about that bison they buried in the ground and cooked for 36 hours. And I'm pretty sure it was so popular it's going to be coming back next year. So it's great to see the growth that's happening. Oh, we're getting some pictures here just with the dignitaries. And when Shirley was talking about Len and Mel sitting in the corner playing the fiddle and guitar all the time, as soon as I saw him coming up there, it just reminded me, them two guys in the corner, not asking for any attention, just playing away, fiddling, jigging. Well, they weren't jigging. People were jigging around, fiddling, and guitar. It was just fantastic, just great stuff. So as we're waiting here, these Capel Valley dancers blew me away. And I seen them back there earlier. They were stretching their toes, they were pulling them, and they were cracking them. They were getting ready to just whip her up here on this stage and play for us. When's your album coming out, JJ? Oh.
That's okay. Hello, hello.
There you go.
Well, it's taken almost 2 years now because, well, I'm putting everything into it. It might, who knows, it might be my last album. So hopefully by early 2023, or I'm pushing for Christmas.
Nice.
This year.
Good for you. I can understand that'd be a passion.
Yeah.
Yeah. How long does it take you to write a song, JJ?
It all depends. I've written songs in 15 minutes, and I've written songs in 5 years. I've written songs in a week. It all depends on how what the song's about and what it comes to me. Like, for example, I wrote a song about residential schools. I woke up at 3 in the morning about 12, 15 years ago when this was all coming out. And I woke up at 3 in the morning and I sat down with my guitar and I wrote this song in 15 minutes.
Nice.
It just came out of me, so.
So what comes first, the music or the lyrics?
They kind of flow around both in my head. I'll get a melody and then I'll get the words and then I just can't stop singing it. So then I got to put it down on paper and then it just comes out of me. Merle Haggard once said, they asked him how many songs he's written. He's had over 40 albums, and he says, none. And they said, how can that be? He says, I've just been fortunate enough to catch the lyrics as they fly by.
Nice. Nice. The magic of the art. How's our dancers doing there, Modeste? You guys close? Come on down. We'll get them feet moving and get everybody all revved up. I just love watching these young people, the way they go in that energy. So make sure when you're watching, you capture a little bit of that energy and take it home with you to your families. Spread it around, spread it out there in the parking lot, leave a little bit around Saskatoon, Métis eyes them folks out there. And make sure to tell your friends and family to come back tomorrow and Saturday and Sunday. And of course, the neck bone eating contest, Chief Cooper, is at 3 in the afternoon on Saturday. The rest of us are going to show up at 12. So I'm going to turn it over to JJ and the dancers. Is there one of you guys that wants to talk to the crowd about what you're going to dance? Anybody, or are you all shy? Modeste is far from shy. You're not going to talk? Okay, yeah. Modeste is going to give you a little bit of background. Modeste McKenzie, if you ever go up north, you'll see this guy jigging all over the place, walking down the highway, jigging. He's just jigging everywhere. So Modeste McKenzie.
Thank you so much. Good evening, everybody. How are you doing this evening? Wonderful. It's a beautiful evening. The food is great. It's a celebration. We're honoring people in the Métis community. We got the dancers all lined up here. It's a great evening. We're very excited and honored to be here. But we came here to dance. I'm not going to talk much. We came here to dance. These dancers are like racehorses. If you see, like, they're always kicking their feet out right before we go up. You know, they're ready. They're ready to roll. And we're just going to hop into it. We're going to do a little bit of a warm-up song, a first change. And yeah, we hope you enjoy. So thank you so much.
How's this for the beat? 1, 2, 3. Din, 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 din. All right. Anytime? Buffalo gal? Sorry, I gotta get my band working. All right. I hope it's not too fast, but I can't slow it down once I start, okay?
1, 2.
Not good?
1, 2, 3.
All right, all right. Hey, Modest. How much more are you doing? One more? Okay. We're going to be treated to one more dance from these folks, but just make sure all our recipients tonight, once this last dance is finished, if you come forward, they'd like to get a picture of y'all on the stage together. So, one last go, let them catch their breath. You know, one thing I notice when those people are up there dancing, I don't know how, but they're like smiling. They're happy to be doing that to themselves. And I was like, when I was that age, or, you know, in the 80s growing up here in Saskatoon, we didn't learn to dance like that. We learned to dance like this. When I look at you, hey, 80s dance, everybody? Hey, you with me? Bump the guy in the bar. Oh, fight's on. Oh, yeah. None of that stuff, man. I would have changed everything. All right, I'll leave it to you guys for one more. Thank you.
Thank you. All righty. How you liking that jigging so far tonight, hey? Boy, it's been a busy summer. It's the first summer that we've actually been able to perform for different crowds regularly. And to be honest, I think we were dancing at least every 2 days we were going to someplace new. And this last week, for the first time in nearly 2 months, we had a good week off. So we miss dancing like every couple of days, but man, does it ever get exhausting. Oh, I shouldn't even be breathing this hard. You should have seen me in June after 2 years of no jigging. Holy cow, I lost 20 pounds. Well, I didn't lose 20 pounds. I lost 15 pounds this summer, so yeah. So for this last dance, we're going to do a breakdown. And of course, we have to dedicate it to all the award recipients of this evening, all the pillars of the community. We can't thank you enough for what you do, for the nation. And this dance is for you, and we honor you with it. So thank you very much. Thank you for all you do. Of course, thank you to CUMFI and all the organizers, Shirley. It's an absolute pleasure and honor to be here. I think we're just waiting. We have to change our shoes here, or someone's changing their shoes. It's a bit slippery up here. So yeah, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, and we hope you enjoy our last dance for the evening. Thank you.
This one's about a little, not much, about 125. It's a little faster. All right, Big John, right? Big John? Yeah. Okay. Are you ready? You ready? Okay, here we go.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
cow, that made me exhausted. I am just pooped from that. Thank you, guys. And, you know, let's have a big round for the dancers, but also JJ LaValle. This guy is all over the place, playing for us all the time. That is fantastic. Well done. Thank you, sir, and thank you to our dancers. And I follow Modeste on the Facebook, and I think one day he must have put on, or over a weekend, he must have put on 2,500 kilometers, taking our culture around the country and sharing it with people and making them feel good. So thank you, dancers, for making me feel good. Tired, but good. So, folks, that brings us to pretty near the end of our day. And what I want to do now is invite our special recipients to come forward, get a picture with Shirley and perhaps the president up on the stage here. And the rest of you can't, you don't, I don't care where you go, but you can't stay here. So, just kidding. You can stay. But if we could get the recipients come forward and get their picture took, that'd be awesome.